Hi there, Dr. Dickon Weatherby here from ODX. Welcome to a new series I'm going to be doing called ODX Features from the Vault. And the reason I'm doing this is that we get emails every so often from people asking us, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? And when I go back into the software, I realize, boy, we actually added that feature a long time ago. And they just get buried. So what I want to do is kind of go back into the archives of the software, dig up some features that you may not even know are available, and feature them in a showcase of emails and blog posts and videos like this. So the first one I'm going to be doing is around glucose fasting and non-fasting. This is actually a relatively new feature that we've added, but one of the things that we've asked of you is that you do make a notation whether or not a result is fasting or non-fasting. And the reason we do this is so that we can actually toggle between glucose fasting and glucose non-fasting. So I want to go over to the application. I want to kind of show you around and show you what we've done. So here we are on the dashboard. I think the first thing to realize is we've actually created different resources for glucose fasting, which is the default. If I just type in glucose here, we can go to glucose non-fasting, and we have a whole load of information about glucose non-fasting here, including our optimal reference range 75 to 125. Now, what if we want to add a blood test in? Well, we're now mandating that you tell us whether or not the result is fasting or not fasting. So let's add a blood test in here, and I'm going to choose no for fasting. Now, in the old days, it just gave you glucose fasting, but now it actually gives you glucose non-fasting. So I'm going to put in a result here, let's say 135, and I'm going to hit save. So now we have saved this result as glucose non-fasting. I could go ahead and generate a report. Not really necessary because there's only one biomarker here. But here's what I wanted to show you is, let's say you want to go back and actually edit this and make it fasting and hit save. What the software is going to do is actually going to toggle that 135 and now add it as glucose fasting. I don't imagine that you would ever do this, but it kind of shows you sort of the power of what it is that we do. I'm actually going to go back and change that to no, and sure enough, it's going to change it back to non-fasting. We've now included non-fasting and fasting in all of our condition scoring. So if you do have a non-fasting result, it's going to take that into consideration with our scoring and all of the different conditions that we do. And then if we have a glucose that is a fasting result, it'll be the same. They're not going to, kind of compute both of them together. What about importation? For some of you are using our lab imports. I'm just going to feature a couple of here. Some HL7 imports do tell us whether or not a result is fasting or not. So this one had a Y for the field saying fasting, so it's going to import this one as a fasting result. Let's go ahead and add this to this particular file. We'll import, and I'll just show you very quickly what that looks like. We're going to view the blood test, and sure enough, that result was added in as glucose fasting. Now, what happens if you have a result where you don't know? Well, you would say no for non-fasting, then I'm going to save here, and we're going to, let's say, add that to the same value here. We're going to import, and sure enough, if I view the blood tests, it's now going to say that's a glucose non-fasting score here, and then it will go ahead and compute that for us. If we were going to be adding results from PDF using our PDF parser, let's say we've got a test result here from LabCorp, and we're going to say the fasting is no, we don't know the menstrual phase, and I'm going to go ahead and choose a file. So the results have been added from the PDF file, and we can scroll down and we can see that it's been added as glucose non-fasting. And obviously this probably was a fasting sample, but just for the sake of demonstration, I wanted to show that if you select no, then it's going to put this as a non-fasting into the application itself. So that's the new feature of being able to take into consideration the fasting state of glucose. Look out for some further emails from me, further videos. We'll be diving into the software here. I'm going to be uncovering some features that you may or may not be aware that we have. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to show some of those to you in future videos. But thanks for watching. This is Dr. Weatherby. Have a great day, and take care and stay optimal.